on, Internet? MEGaming here, back with another video playing the Stanley Parable! This time we're going to be trying to get some different outcomes, so I'm not going to load game, even though it says load game. I'm going to start a new game, so we have a fresh start, because it's a new episode, and oh, screw it, you guys just won't understand. Watch the game, have fun, and if you haven't played it, play it. There will be a link down below in the description where you can download this on Steam, and you can play and have a great time. It's a fantastic game, so yeah, just watch and enjoy. Down here it says the end is never the end, over and over and over and over and over again. Just so you get an idea that the end is never the end.
This is the story.
You guys saw this on last time, so I'm just going to skip it. Alright, here we are in my office at my cubicle. Just chilling like a villain.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never
I'm
been
bad
trained
with
for
decisions.
that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will.
I'm gonna hide under my desk if that's alright.
Here I can be happy forever.
I can't do that. Let's try over here this side.
Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell.
I'm guessing the clock must be frozen because it doesn't seem like that. Oh, no, never mind. That's moving.
If he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer.
Now it's even closer.
Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh! What happened? Wait, what? Ah! Okay, so that was the end. I just wasted away at my desk here in my office. Okay. Well, let's do that again. Nope. Don't get stuck in the door.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if
Yeah.
fell under his
I just want to see what happens if I...
He had never been trained for that.
No, I'm locked in here!
This
No!
could go anywhere except
Oh, great.
badly. The thing to do now,
Nope, not gonna let it happen. Begin the game again. Let's do that again. I thought I could open the door and maybe change what he was gonna say, but it didn't work out that way. Okay, so we'll go out and venture off into the world. Nobody's here.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
How crazy would it be if they were all planning like a surprise party for me and this was all staged? That'd be awesome. And I was freaking out about nothing. All these doors are locked. Oh, what's going on here? Awaiting input. That sounds sexual.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yes, sir.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
Do not
disbelief,
alert,
Stanley decided
alter
to go
without
out to his boss's office,
consulting
hoping
whiteboard
he might
manager.
find an
Oh, they have a
answer
whiteboard
there.
manager. Rest in peace, friends. Okay. Okay, I'm bored. Moving on. Broom closet. No, we got that one before, so we're not doing that again.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope. Down we go.
But
Oh, it's
Stanley
dark in
just
here.
couldn't do it. He considered the
is a
possibility
parking-
of facing his boss.
parking garage?
Admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Am I just looping in
For
circles?
example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever
Totally-
he went?
Totally looping in
And for
circles
that
here.
matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah.
Were they simply repeating?
Yeah, they're
No,
repeating.
Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
This is all a dream!
What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, yeah?
Then
Oh,
he imagined
I am
himself
floating.
soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It
Oh,
was
what?
so much fun.
This is so
And Stanley
crazy.
marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing
Cuckoo,
itself
cuckoo,
being considered
cuckoo.
by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove
Sorry,
that
I
he
don't know
was
what that was
in
about.
control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
Uh-oh.
the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Nope. When you got a British guy talking about everything you're doing and telling you what's going on, you got problems.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Uh-oh. I'm guessing that's
This is the story
over.
of a woman named Mariella.
Who the hell's Mariella?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk
Is
was
that me?
interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this. So it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Thanks for nothing, Mariela. Alright guys, well that's all the time that I have now for this one, but I hope you enjoyed. I'm sure there's many more endings to get, so I'm going to play it up again very, very soon. And without further ado, we are going to end this here, so I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.